Hello and welcome to the Cleverly Named Podcast. We are everyday gamers from across the country that get together to talk about the past week in gaming and what we find interesting. I am Michael and I am this week's host. Joining me today is just Lewis.
Hola.
All right, Lewis, since that's just you and me, what you been playing this week?
I've been playing mostly Destiny. Not a lot of games coming out that are interesting me, so I've just been sticking to, good old Destiny till something good comes out. And yeah, just
You gonna say Destiny again?
Destiny. Yeah.
Just Destiny. And that's pretty much what I mean. I've been playing a lot of things. Pokemon Go,
I saw
Dead by
you playing
Daylight.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, started playing Call of Duty again because everyone else bought it finally. I don't know why people do that. Like right before it's the curse of Call of Duty. People don't buy it when it comes out; they buy it right before the next one comes out. I don't know
I,
why.
s- I skipped the last well, this last one. The other one I had, but I didn't really play that much. But I might buy this next one and jump back into it, especially with the remaster coming with it.
I'm gonna wait until I can buy the remaster, like separate. And they say they don't have that feature, but I don't know, man. I bet you they sell it separately. That's gonna be a thing. So anyway, releases. We'll just jump straight into that because there's not a lot we're doing. August 1st, which was, yesterday, was Dead Island Retro Revenge for the Xbox One. Woo! And the
Retro
PS4, I assume.
Revenge.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that a full-on game, like a sequel?
I think it's just almost like an indie arcade game.
It's more
Yeah.
milking the series.
I honestly didn't even buy the expansion. I like Dying Light a lot, but that's a different. Anyway, the Division DLC for Underground comes out for the PS4. That would be today. Batman Telltale Episode 1 comes out for everything except for phones, it looks like. Abzu, which I have no clue what that is. I've seen a lot about it. It comes out for PC and PS4. Layers of Fear Inheritance, which is just the DLC for Layers of Fear.
Really? How much is that?
Like $5. It's nothing super big. No, it
Hmm.
came out today for the Xbox One, and then the Masterpiece Edition came out for the Xbox One today. So,
It's funny because the game's about paintings.
uh, uh, Cannon Brawl came out for the PS4 today. Whatever. Galgun Double Peace, PS4 and Vita. Again, I'm not so sure about that. Laser Disco Defenders for the Vita. Nightmare from the Deep, The Cursed Heart. Nightmares from the Deep. That looks interesting. That's for the PS4. Overcooked for the PS4 came out. Just PS4 is just releasing everything apparently.
Is that a cooking simulator?
Overcooked, yeah. Oh no, you have to start cooking this turkey dinner over again. Risk Urban Assault comes out for the PlayStation platforms except for the Vita. Tricky Towers comes for Linux, Mac, Linux. What? Okay, Linux, Mac, PC, PS4, and then Battleship comes out for the Xbox One. Oh, Risk
The
Urban
board game?
Assault. The video game based on the board game, I guess. Overcooked. Oh, hey, Overcooked comes out for the Xbox One tomorrow. And said
Oh.
today the PS4 got it today. So never.
Guess it's overdue.
Breach and Clear. Yeah. Jesus. Breach and Clear deadline comes out of the PS4 on the 4th, as well as Escape from Tarkov Alpha. That's for the PC. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty terribly slow week for any game at all, and not a lot of news. So yeah, are you interested in any of those titles at all? Besides, well, actually,
Um,
yeah, are you interested in any of them?
the Layers of Fear one, I don't know. I'll look into that. I really like the game. I bought it on sale a couple weeks ago. Beat it. I thought it was interesting, different. But I'll look into that. The rest that they don't sound even a little bit familiar.
Yeah,
So
I personally really like. I don't know. Layers of Fear was really fun. I played it during that. I haven't even played it since it came out of the beta. So I probably have a lot that I need to play. But Inheritance I'll probably buy because it's $5. $5, why not? It scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Batman Telltale series. I'm gonna wait till they do the collection sale again. Why would I buy that now when I'm gonna buy it for a steal later?
Oh yeah.
I can wait.
Did you like Layers of Fear, by the way?
Yeah, really. Did you ever? Spoiler alert. Did you ever go down to the like to the basement or whatever?
In the beginning?
Yeah, and do the Ouija board.
Oh, sounds so familiar. I think I saw it, but I couldn't figure it out, so I left it alone. Because I think no. Is that a thing if you don't do it, the Ouija board comes back in a different part.
Maybe,
That,
but in the beta, that's pretty much the only part. But there's a couple other things you do. But that's pretty much all they had.
I know I saw a Ouija board and I tried to mess with it and I couldn't, so I left it alone. Like I didn't know what to do. Because you moved the thing around, right? But it didn't do anything. What happens? You can spoil it.
You basically, so spoiler alert again. Basically, all that happens is you can type in certain words. So like teddy bear or alien or something like that on the Ouija board, and it'll accept it and it'll summon things or take you places.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's pretty
Awesome.
scary. It's pretty scary, but and yeah.
The technique they used that I hated the most, and not hated as in it was bad, is just so like it scared me each time. Was when you looked at like whatever you looked at the room, and then you would turn around, and then the room changed all of
Yeah,
a sudden. Like that was really good on their part.
no,
But
it's pretty scary. So let's see here. The next thing, Pokemon Go gets trainer recustomization and more, a new update. I'm sure everyone's heard it. You can now gender identify either way in Pokemon Go. You could be I'm a female trainer now. I was a dude at the beginning, but 2016 I figured I would keep up with the times, and now I'm a female trainer. And then they took away, that key function of the game where you find Pokemon based on how far away they are from you. That you need to be able to find Pokemon.
the little steps.
Yeah. Or you could just walk around looking at your phone forever trying to find the right Pokemon and fall off a cliff. But that's the way the game was intended to be played. Next up, we have Avengers 3, and that gets a new but familiar title, quote. I guess the Avengers 3, they changed it, so it was going to be 2 parts. It was going to be the Infinity War Part 1, Part 2, but they said it was a penny title. But now it's just Avengers Part 1 is going to be the Infinity War, and then Part 2 is just going to be a completely different Marvel title. So I wonder what that means. I wonder if they're going to, with Doctor Strange coming out, are they going to just like use Doctor Strange to completely reboot the Marvel universe, cinematic universe after the Thanos fight? That's probably what it's going to be. And so I'm willing to bet because he can alter reality. So, or something, but he can. There's different planes. Anyway, Pokemon Nest changed. So Nest's were spawning points for Pokemon, if you didn't already know. So like, there's a park near my house that I would go to that only spawned Growlithe for a long time. Recent update on the 21st of July, they completely they just changed spawning for nests, and then they removed any Dratini nests. So if you can go back to one place and go Dratini, you can't anymore.
That's how people got Dragonite so early.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly why, because they just waited and Dratinis would just keep spawning places. So they removed them. But have you played Pokemon Go yet?
I do. I am. I'm not like crazy with it like some people.
Yeah.
Just level 13.
Still though, what team did you choose?
Team Valor.
Yeah.
The underdogs. Oh no, I'm sorry. Team Instinct.
Oh,
The
okay,
underdogs.
good. If I was like Valor,
That's like the most popular.
Instinct is the way to go. I don't even have I don't have my flag. Yeah, I chose Team Instinct as well. because Zapdos is cool.
I know I picked it based on the coolest bird, but I'm sure most people picked it on their favorite color, which is red or blue, probably. So
I picked it on the bird. I was like, okay,
me too.
Articuno, Moltres. I hated Moltres.
Yeah, it rains and then it dies.
Yeah. So then I picked Zapdos because Zapdos is the coolest one. You had to go behind in the original Pokemon. You had to go um, back along that route, surf over the back, and get in through the where all the Voltorbs are and shit. Anyway,
Mm.
that was one of my main guys. So
I'll tell you what though, ever since this game came out, I got sort of like this Pokemon, the nostalgia obviously. So I went on Netflix and watched all of season one, which they have. Well, it's technically three-quarters of season one because there's like 84 episodes in season one. They only have like 54 episodes on Netflix. But I watched the whole thing. They need the other seasons. They only have like that season and then randomly X and Y, that season for X and Y. So they
wow.
skipped a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, Johto. You know what? The best part about the Indigo League, the season one, was when Ash in the first episode, which is really funny because he's just like whiny. But
Mm.
he sees Ho-Oh in the rainbow or whatever, sparkly.
That's interesting because Ho-Ho doesn't come out till Johto, right? Like
Yeah,
become an official Pokemon till Johto.
exactly.
So like Johto was planned before Indigo was finished, basically.
They probably just didn't put him in. I don't know. There's so much. There's so many threads about it on Reddit that I'm not even going to care to go into it. But basically, they knew what they were doing.
Hmm.
So what else do we have here? Let's move on. Life is Strange. This one is you. Life is Strange is getting a movie from Legendary Movie Studios. Not my cup of tea because I haven't played it yet. But what do you think, Lewis?
Well, supposedly it's gonna be a digital series and it's gonna launch in like a Netflix type platform. Um, but I like the idea. The game was really good. It delves into a lot of topics that a lot of games don't go into. Um, but it's a really human game. It's about emotions, decisions. It gets pretty deep. Uh,
Strange
yeah,
Life.
they have it on sale a lot, so I'd recommend it.
Why would they have it on sale a lot if you'd recommend it? Just kidding.
Because it's old now. It's like 2 years now, I think.
Oh, it's 2 years old. Wow.
Probably
Life
almost.
Life is strange, huh?
Mm.
Okay, the Xbox One S2 TB launches today, so now that's out.
It really hurt because I really want a better performing Xbox, but I'm just waiting for Scorpio. So just kind of toughen it out while everybody enjoys their HDR gaming.
Yeah, I decided to get it because, well, the deal that PJ posted, which was pretty damn cool of him to do because I was gonna get it, but I didn't want to. I don't know. I was gonna wait for a deal, and then $400, I can get all this shit with it. So,
Well, what is it? What'd you get?
I got for $400, I got a 2 TB new Xbox One console that comes with the Halo limited edition, so that big old box with all the Halo 5 shit in it. Doom and what the hell is that other game? Quantum Break comes with it. So.
Nice. Do you have it with you? You got it already?
Oh no, it just came out today, so we just ordered it.
Oh, it's online.
Yeah. Yep. So I just ordered it. I'll probably do an unboxing for it just cause I might as
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
But we'll see how that rolls out whenever I get it. But I I want to get the Scorpio. I'm definitely down for the Scorpio. I just really wanted this new model, mostly because the controller is Bluetooth, and then if I get the Scorpio and Amber, which is my wife, Amber wants to watch like a 4K movie, I can just freaking hand her my Xbox One and I can keep using my Scorpio. So that's really what I was going for. But let me take a look here. We've got Destiny's class armor. Oh, now we're going to go into some Destiny stuff. Because it's you and me, Lewis, and for anyone who's been able to listen to this, it's a very slow week, so we compiled some things about Destiny, which we are interested in, so that's going to be a little bit of a topic. So it looks like what we have here is Destiny's class armor, which was announced today, will no longer be immune to the color-altering effects of shaders once the Rise of Iron expansion releases on September 20th. Also, the light cap will be raised to 385, and then it will go ahead and jump up to 400 if you beat the hard mode and get, the gear from that. And let's see here. The Devil's Lair and Summoning Pit strikes are going to be bumped up and rebalanced. So they're going to be, appearing in Nightfalls and shit like that. So let's go into that a little bit. What do you think all that means? Can you break it down, Lewis? Oh, and PJ just joined, so I'll let PJ talk before you get into it, Lewis.
What up, though?
Hey, PJ. Looks like you got home.
Yes, sir.
PJ with his Mountain Dew and his... Is that a Bluetooth headset you're wearing?
This one?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
How do you...
the LG Tones.
Yeah. How'd you get the banner? That's pretty cool.
It's in the, Hangout toolbox thing.
Oh, okay. I'll have to do that next time.
So are you guys still talking about Pokemon Go, or where you guys at?
We're at Destiny now. We went past Pokemon Go.
Oh, I definitely don't want to talk about that.
Well, we're going to spend a little bit on it, and then we'll go ahead and go on to something else. But Lewis is going to say some stuff.
I'll say, did you guys even talk about what you played this week?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
What have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing this week?
Spelunky?
No, I haven't played Spelunky.
I played Spelunky today.
You did?
Yeah, because it was backwards compatible.
How awesome is it?
It's Spelunky.
It's fucking awesome, ain't it?
I wouldn't say awesome, more like, fuck.
Well, just because you suck. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody sucks at Spelunky.
Yeah. I'm not a big platformer, so.
No, I'm trying to think. I've still been trudging through Watch Dogs. I will get through that eventually, slowly but surely. It's still relatively boring. The story's starting to pick up a little bit, but for the most part, it's still kind of bland. But I'm still early on. And I've been playing Human Revolution, Deus Ex, before, because I played through that, but I don't think I ever beat it, and I played through a good chunk of it, I think, but I never got around to beating it, so I'm playing through that again before Mankind Divided comes out, and then I actually just got they just sent me a code for Headlander, so that's next up on my list to be taken down, and I'll get some sort of coverage up for that. I don't know if it'll necessarily be a review or whatever, but some sort of coverage will go up for it. I think that's about it.
No Pokemon.
I mean, occasionally, but I don't really count that. It's not a game. I mean, for me, it's not a game. I mean, it's just not for me.
Honestly.
Like I try, but it's not. It's like it either glitches out and pisses me off, or it just doesn't do anything for me. Like I've tried. Like I finally got to level 5. Like I think I'm now level 6 or whatever. So and I tried to go to a gym around the corner from my house to try and fight some shit, but I just die. And I don't I think I defeated one Pokemon one time. I think maybe.
Well, I mean, it's meant specifically to get you to involve other people with you. I mean, it would be different if we all lived next to each other, because I would just come help you beat gyms. That's really what it's for. It's meant to build a community. I mean, what team are you on?
What red team? Valor maybe? I don't know.
Oh God, what a. Okay, anyway.
I'm always, if there's a choice of red, that will always be my choice.
That's
See, told you. We were talking about how a lot of people probably picked their favorite color when me and Michael just picked the best legendary bird, which is Zapdos,
yeah,
which is a yellow one.
a perfect example. Yeah.
There's what legendary birds are you talking about?
See,
Each team is represented by one of the legendary birds. The red one, blue one, yellow one. Yellow one
Okay.
being Zapdos, red one Moltres, blue one Articuno.
Okay,
So-
yeah, I know none of those Pokemon. Are they part of the original Pokemon?
Yeah.
they're legendary
They are.
Pokemon. We
They're,
can't put them in
so
the
hold
box.
on. So they're part of the original what? 112?
151,
52.
52.
Was it 152?
Uh-huh. So you have no excuses. You grew up with that, kind of.
I
You
mean, I
were
did.
20.
I was 20. You realize Pokemon came out when I was like 9, right?
1999?
No, when
94?
No, when I
97?
was.
19. Dude,
Keep guessing.
Pokemon, the Game Boy came out. for
Yeah,
the
like when
original
I was
Game Boy
like,
game.
yeah, like when I was like 8 or 9. It was like in early 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date, but I know I had it on Game Boy, and I know I was a child. I know I was a child when I had a Game Boy. So,
Well, season 1's on Netflix. So.
1996. Oh, I was right. February 27th, 1996.
damn, was it that late?
Yeah.
That's the first. That's the first ever Pokemon. I didn't think it was that.
That's when it released in America.
Because I mean, I'd have been 13. Oh.
Well, 13 sounds like a perfect
There you
age. for-
go. Yeah, so you should
Yeah,
have
I
been
know,
collecting cards and
I never really. I think I kind of collected cards for a very short period, but I mostly, and I think I still have them somewhere. I have a whole bunch of Pokemon keychains.
Oh
Like
my
a whole,
really?
yeah, like a whole bunch of them.
Metal ones?
Treasure trove.
Huh?
Metal ones?
I'm not sure. And probably most of them are probably some sort of plastic or ceramic. Probably. I don't think I mean, some of them might be metal. Maybe I'm not sure.
Dude, let me get some.
Because like I know I got Pikachu's and Jigglypuffs and like I said I got a whole bunch, probably I don't know 20, 25 of them, something like that.
Dude, find them.
Like I said I probably still got them somewhere buried. I don't know where. I don't know the last time I seen them, but
Yeah, so the Pokemon Go, you would have more fun of it, PJ, if you're playing with other people. If we ever meet up at like E3 or something, we can play it.
okay, but what does that add to the experience?
So you and I mean,
Take a walk together.
You can take a walk together. Find Pokemon that are super rare. Second thing is if you and I see a gym, so you're on red team, I'm on yellow, we see a blue gym, you and I can actually go fight that gym together, even though we're not on the same team.
Okay, but how does that change my experience?
You're interacting
Well, the
with...
Pokemon on the world are consistent for everyone, so like you can hunt down the same Pokemon that you're seeing there.
Okay, but I can do that by myself.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
it's
said it was
also-
boring.
Okay. Okay, but me being with someone else doesn't change the actual experience of the game.
It does change it if you go to lore stops.
It
'cause
changes my experience in real life because I have someone there to talk to, but it doesn't change the experience of the game. That's what I'm asking.
It does if you go to lure spots. So lures, if you go to like a Pokestop and drop a lure on it, the rarer Pokemon show up, the more people that are around the lure.
Okay, that part I understand. I know that much. But other than that,
I mean, if you go down to a gym and you take it by yourself, so the gyms have a max of like 10 prestiges. The only way to get it to a 10th prestige is for other people to drop Pokemon down. I mean, you can get it there, but your Pokemon's probably going to get defeated in like an hour maybe. So if you have more of your own team members around, they can all drop Pokemon, which will be harder to take the gym out.
Wait, so they have to accept because I haven't messed with gyms that much. Like if I go to I'm Team Instinct and I go to a yellow controlled gym, I just ask them to let me be part of it, or
What do you mean? No, you would just go. You can join any gym. Like I could just go if there was a yellow gym down the street, I just click on it, and if there's an open space on the bottom left, it'll show a Pokeball with a plus sign. I just tap on that and then choose what
Oh,
Pokemon I want to drop.
okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I have like 67 Pokemon. My highest CP Pokemon is 168,
Damn.
and I don't know what that means.
That means combat power.
Combat power
Yeah.
is 168 high? I don't think so.
Not
I mean, for
really.
your level, it's high. He's level 6. For your
Oh,
level,
okay.
it's high. Yeah.
That's a Eevee.
Okay. Yeah.
Most
level-
gyms right now are at like 1200 CP. So
Yeah, basically I went and a whole bunch of my Pokemon died. I don't know how to bring them back. Out of my 67, I probably got like 20, 25 dead.
Wow. Because of fighting gyms?
Yeah.
Jesus, PJ. You're just gonna go fight a bunch of gyms without.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It was lower than I thought. It was 13.
can you use all your Pokemon to fight one dude? Like just after
I think
one dies?
I think it's limited to like 6 or something like that. Because I know I've been kicked out before. Like after so many of my Pokemon died, so I felt like it was around 6.
I know there was. Yes, you could fight with 6 Pokemon, but you can have a total of 10 Pokemon on a gym. But.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So
Move on.
Pokemon's. No,
Move
Pokemon,
on from boring broken Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Pokemon's a thing that we're moving on from.
And fuck Danny for arguing it for Game of the Year.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
you're
fuck
right.
that.
Okay.
No
know what?
chance in hell that's in anybody's top 5.
Well,
I-
I mean, depends how much time I spend on it, because that's usually what I base mine on. But chances are, mine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what mine's gonna be yet.
Why are you laughing so hard?
It's something I saw somewhere or on the internet. Really
So,
bad.
so there's some bad news for horror fans. Outlast 2 is getting pushed back to the start of 2017, but it's not really bad news because what that means is they're not going to finish an unpieced. They're not going to finish an unpieced. Wow, they're not going to release an unfinished piece of shit. They're going to give it the time it needs, and they're going to release it, but it's going to be about 20 to 30% longer is the announcement. So definitely looking forward to that because I don't want Outlast 2 is an indie game, so typically, I know this sounds bad, typically indie games coming out of the studio that does it, which I'm not off the top of my head, I don't remember, they're usually really well done. So, and for indie games, usually they're really clunky in the mechanics, just gameplay wise, but Outlast 2 is pretty solid, or Outlast is pretty solid. So.
The first one was, yeah, the length was, decent, so I'm sure.
No, it's decent
This
if you're
one's-
really scared and don't want to peek around corners. That's pretty much what I mean. It was a really long game if you're scared shitless and don't want to walk around. But it's a really short game if you go, fuck it, I'm just gonna run. Which, I mean, I guess that's any game, but really that game is literally, what would I do in real life? I would just run through this. So, but it is a really good game. Don't get me wrong. I'm just the shortness of that game was not worth the amount I paid for it at the time. But anyway, Outlast 2 is going to be great. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I'm glad it
Wasn't Outlast like $20?
on the Xbox. I got it on PC originally, so
Oh, okay.
yes. So the next on the list is absolutely nothing. So we just kind of got to open.
All right. As much as I would like to gloat about this afterwards,
God.
you never did talk about Destiny.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
finish.
No, that's because Lewis had his mic.
like I said, as much as I was like to have gloat that I was able to get past Destiny and not talk about it, that would have been awesome to gloat about later.
Yeah, you're right.
It's content for people to listen to, so I guess talk about it.
So, Lewis, let's start this off then. What is the most exciting feature to you out of the new Destiny announcements we've gotten recently? What are you most looking forward to?
Well, they haven't talked too much about the new raid, but that's gonna be nice having a new raid. I like the light level going back up. That gives you, something to do, something to work for. Um,
What you're like? I'm like, what are you looking forward to most in the game? Well, I'm liking the features that are going to be added, like they do every single time.
You know, the shit that makes me be able to do the exact same thing over and over again.
The things that actually are the backbones of the DLC. I'm looking forward to that. Really well.
Except a number goes up a little bit more now. So
What do you
Whoa,
specifically?
what do you want from me?
Well, I mean, you said the light level cap is going to be raised. Yes, level caps get raised all the time with DLC, but what about? I mean, is there any gear or anything, any mechanic
Of
differences?
course, gear, but they haven't talked about it, so I don't know.
You didn't see any of the gear pictures today?
Today, well, I saw a helmet. That's about it.
Whoa. Woo. What about the shader feature? How do you feel about that?
I think it's about time. I have a class item cloak that I wish would match with my shader, and I want it to match, so we'll see.
Is that the
Well, it's an exotic one, so I don't know if that one will change. It's my future war cult cloak.
Well, this picture I just put in the chat so you can see it. Looks like the gear they're going for. So they show the raid gear, and it all kind of looks it looks great actually, and that's kind of what I want.
Wait, which chat?
Well, in the chat we're in.
Oh, there we go.
Podcast. There you go. The Trials of Osiris gear looks pretty cool. It looks kind of like a lynx cat for the hunter. The Titan looks like a scarab beetle, and then the Warlock just looks like it shouldn't even be there because it sucks. But the rest look really good.
it's like the rest of the game.
That's you see. I'm glad you're here, PJ, because then we can just have the.
Is the one on the right Trials gear? It looks like Trials gear.
Yep, Trials gear and the raid gear on the left.
The raid one is really polygon looking. It's just really a lot of. Yeah, I like it, especially the hunter one.
Wow. So, yeah, pretty much all we have to talk about Destiny then. They've released some new stuff. They're going to be releasing more at Gamescom for us to look at. Fallout 4, this is one thing that kind of came up recently. The developers, Bethesda themselves, or ZeniMax, whichever, kind of disappointed in them not releasing mods on time for the PS4, but they did confirm that they're working with Sony to try to do it. But, I mean, it's taken them a long time. I'm not really sure. They haven't exactly had a good track run with Sony as far as releasing any of their content.
I'm sure it's something with Sony's network.
I don't think so. It's got to be something. I don't think it's their network. I don't believe if it was their network, they would have released. They would have still released it. Just people wouldn't be able to download shit. I mean, I don't think it's that. I just think they are used to Microsoft's platforms. They're just really used to working on that, and that's what's kind of hindered them. Because every time they, like with Skyrim back on the PS3, they never quite figured shit out. It took too long to get there, and they were working on so many other things they just didn't have the time. So, I think it's gonna get done this time because a lot of people will be upset if it doesn't. I mean, nowadays in this world, fans are a lot more vocal about how they feel than they were back then. So, but to sum it up in one word, it's kind of bullshit. But I don't know what all goes on behind the scenes, so I probably shouldn't say that. Something else we want to talk about is T-Mobile Tuesday. I know all three of us have T-Mobile, so that's really cool. Did everybody get their Suicide Squad tickets?
Of course.
I didn't. because
We'll do it right now, dummy.
the thing is, I don't think I would watch it on premiere day.
Why?
Well,
It's free.
I know, but
you don't have to then. Just get the tickets and give them to somebody who wants them.
no.
What is what?
Why are you being stingy with something that's free?
He's like, nah. If I can't go see it, ain't nobody else gonna be able to see it. Why? What?
He said no.
Why don't you just get the tickets? They're free. You just redeem them and then.
Alright, I'm getting them right now.
Okay. See. Anybody else listening? Don't be a Lewis.
And either if you don't want to go watch it, then share the code out on one of the groups.
Yeah. Give the code
Our,
out.
our group, Podcast Unlocked, whatever.
Yeah, and make sure you give the code, not the don't buy the ticket for the time, and just put it out there, because then only somebody in Florida could get the ticket at a specific time. But yeah, that'd be goofy.
Yeah, I got a ticket from me and my boy. We're going at 10 o'clock.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going at Friday at around 3, right before everyone gets off work. That way I can be early and beat the hopefully get good seats, because I'm gonna be really angry if I don't. Because I hate going to movie theaters and having to walk over people.
I'm hoping I'm the only one in there. That way I don't have to control my son too much because he's a jackass.
Oh my god.
Just like his daddy.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, T-Mobile Tuesday is pretty cool. So far they've been, a lot of people said that the free movie ticket thing wasn't gonna last, even though they've done it like 3 times now.
I'm trying to. I think this is only the second, just Warcraft and this one.
I thought they gave like watch whatever movie you want one time.
I don't think so. If so, I missed that, and I don't think I've missed that anything.
I don't know. They also gave you another chance to get Pokemon Go redeemed this Tuesday as well.
That's been the last 3 Tuesdays.
2, don't even.
It's been the last 3.
All right, we're not gonna argue about how many times it was. Just that they still offer it.
And if you use Lyft, you get free $15 credit.
For wherever you go with Lyft. So that's the thing, is that a lot of places Lyft isn't available though. So
Yeah.
So it's kind of a D&D. So
I have Lyft, but I don't use it. So I usually give it to John.
I would definitely use Lyft if it was here. I'd use it all the time.
I have yet to use any of those, Uber or anything.
Yeah, when I went to LA for E3, that was the first time I used any of them. I live in the Midwest. I drive everywhere.
Yeah.
Were you satisfied with the service?
Somebody's working.
I mean, except for paying for all my rides, yeah, I was satisfied. I mean, it was fine.
Of course you gotta pay. You want a free ride? Stick your thumb out inside of the road.
PJ.
What?
So did you use Uber or Lyft?
For my first trip from the airport, I used Uber, and then the rest of the time I used Lyft. Because John recommended he always uses Lyft, so I just used Lyft.
Oh, okay. Probably the cheaper alternative.
I mean, I think they're both roughly pretty much about the same.
Cheaper than a taxi, though.
Probably. I mean, I would have no idea. I've never used a taxi in my life, so.
I think I used it once. I don't remember what for. I think I was drunk. That sounds about right.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, that's one thing. Like being from the Midwest, like I've been driving since I was 16. I drive everywhere.
Yeah, you have to drive in Florida too. It's mandatory.
Well, it's been a short cast. We don't have a lot more to go over. You guys have any last topics you guys want to go over before we end this thing?
Did you guys talk about the NX and?
Oh yeah. I figured we would wait for Josh, but I mean, there wasn't really.
Okay. I mean, I don't care. You could wait. I mean, hell might freeze over before that happens.
Well, I mean, it will be hell when we talk about it, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah. I mean, Lewis, is there anything else you want to talk to? Anything?
No, no.
Slow week, yeah. Well,
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot.
yeah. Well, tweet your questions, comments, and concerns at CNT Podcast, or shoot an email to podcast@cleverlynamedgames.com, and like us on Facebook. And then our YouTube is youtube.com/cleverlynamedgames. How convenient. PJ likes presents. I don't know what else you guys say to close this. This is my first time, so. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
My name is PJ, and I like presents.
That's a good close. How do I end this thing?
Hit end broadcast.
Stop.